Chrissy Swan Show.
Apologies, I missed you at the show opener just now, Jack. You are in Sydney and I am in Melbourne, and there are always little tiny, teeny technical issues that keep us apart.
There are, Swanee, but we're good to go now. We're live.
We sure are. It does help when your microphone's turned on, I'm learning,
It does.
in radio.
It does.
We are going to play Say G'day.
Yeah.
Is there an
13,
opener?
24, 10. We want
I
to
never
ask
know when there's openers or not when you're not in the studio.
your highlights and low light of the weekend. Swanee, you kick us off with yours before we take calls.
Okay, so mine is an unusual one because I did something on the weekend that's the first time in my life I've ever done it.
Ooh, what?
Which it just doesn't happen often.
No.
You know? I built from scratch a flat pack clothes rack, and I did it properly, and it's solid, and there were no missing screws, and I was able to roll it around my floor. I
Wow.
did it properly. I know.
Why did you not just air task it like we usually would with these things?
Well, I just thought, let's take a risk.
A gal's got to challenge herself.
And I did it. I used the Allen key. I do wonder, though, is that named after a guy called Allen that invented it?
I would
And
hope
if
so.
Who is he?
And
What is
also,
your...
did IKEA come up with the Allen key? Was that
Nah,
them?
no way, man. No
Okay.
way. No.
Well
it
before.
predates even IKEA.
And did you have a low light?
Not really. No, I didn't, which is really a great thing.
That is.
What's yours?
My highlight was probably seeing, I'm obviously up in Sydney. I went to the Opera House last night, and their Live Nation are currently doing this awesome On the Steps sort of series where these amazing artists are performing on the forecourt. And I saw Missy Higgins perform live.
Wow.
I mean, when Scar comes on, there's like nothing quite like it. That opening chord. So that was really special. And then my low light was waking up on Saturday and seeing that Jacob Elordi had grown a beard.
Oh, my God, we need to discuss that. He looks completely different.
What has he done?
I love that about beards. I mean, I look completely different with mine as well.
You do. But why would he do that? I get it's for a role and whatnot, but bro, we've got to shave that.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's have a meet and greet, shall we?
Chrissy's Say G'day.
Yeah, my highlight from the weekend was that I built from scratch on my own with an Allen key and a little wrench, if you don't hardly
Wrench.
mind, a clothes rack, which is a minor miracle.
I'm proud of you, Swan. That's huge for Chaotic Chrissy to get her head around that.
Thank you so
Good job.
much,
We're asking
Alice.
for your highlight or low light. And Swanee, for everyone that gets to air, they're going to get a $300 Minimax voucher. This Christmas, Minimax has all your entertaining essentials covered. Shop in-store or online at minimax.com.au.
And I also have to say, another highlight of the weekend was I went to Minimax and I saw my new 2024 spatula that I designed for Food Bank. 100% goes to Food Bank. People were doing it very, very tough this Christmas. Head into Minimax and grab yours.
I use mine that you made last year every morning for my eggs, Swanee.
Well, that's so 2023, Jack. I have to get you a new one.
So is.
Hey, Alice.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, what is your weekend highlight?
My weekend highlight was watching my three daughters go off to the Kid Leroy concert, wait for it, without me having to attend
What?
anymore.
How old are
Yes,
they?
that's right. I have twins that are nearly 15 and a 12-and-a-half-year-old.
Wow,
And they
you are.
went unaccompanied. I watched them scan their own ticket, and they went in, and then at the end, I was out there waiting for them.
That is really impressive, Alice, and I feel
I
like
know.
you've really unlocked a new
massive
level.
Oh, it really has.
And low light, please, my lovely.
The low light is awful, and if public service announcement, if you have a child in your car, turn the volume down. So my low light was an all-time low. On Sunday morning, my very lovely, imaginative 12-and-a-half-year-old said, "So, where's the elf on the shelf?" And I went, and I just thought, I don't know, maybe he's here. And then she realised,
Oh,
she just
no,
suddenly realised.
Listen, Alice, he was sleeping in.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a little rest. Absolutely.
His flight was delayed. The weather's been terrible.
Yes.
Alice, a $300 Minimax voucher for you. Shop in-store or online at minimax.com.au. Tammy.
I'm going to start with my low light. On Friday, as I was approaching the school crossing, it was 2 minutes before the bell went, and the lollipop lady was there, and someone had just hit an Australian raven, and it was just lying there on the walkway on the crossway, and it like went upside down like I'm dead. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not happy. And so anyway, I quickly put my car aside. I grabbed something out of my car. I went over. I put it over. I took it to the vet, and I phoned them up on Saturday, and it was fine. It just got bumped by the car, but a van, as I was about to pick it up off the ground, a van nearly ran it over. Like it even took a feather off it.
Jesus.
And I scooped it up, took it to the vet. Yeah, and the next day on Saturday when I phoned them up, they said that it was fine. They gave it some water, had some aircon for a couple of hours, and it just got a knock, and they let it go. So
Tammy, I am
said,
so impressed with
raven.
you, but also, am I a bad person? If I saw a bird hit, it wouldn't even register it in my empathy or heart radar.
I know, but you and I are such dark people that's just how we operate.
It's so weird. I just don't feel like birds count.
Birds don't count, Swanee. You're dead right. $300
So
Minimax
impressive,
voucher for you, Tammy. Minimax.com.au, shop online or in store. Let's really quickly finish with Rhiannon, Swanee.
Rhiannon, hello.
Hello, how are we?
Very good. You know, the weekend was included December 1st.
It did, yes. That was my highlight. I got a new tree, new baubles, and everything to the house.
Oh.
But then my low light was that our German Shepherd got so excited he jumped on it 30 minutes later and broke off the baubles.
See you later, tree.
Have a Minimax voucher, Rhiannon, and go and get a fresh tree or some fresh decorations.
Good idea.
Minimax.com.au, shop in store online.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Get a free Shane Warne Legacy Heart Test with Sisu at Priceline. This self-service test can check your blood pressure, heart rate, diabetes risk, BMI, and more. Plus, receive a free heart age estimate with results in as little as 4 minutes.
Tracking your health is easy at Priceline.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Of course, that was Taylor Swift, my queen and saviour. Another one of my queens is the great Judy Dench.
Oh, yes.
She's magnificent, that woman.
I still remember as a kid the first time I saw her on James Bond and was just obsessed.
Yeah, she played M, didn't
Yeah.
she? Which one was that when you were a kid?
I remember seeing Casino Royale in the cinema.
Wow.
I wonder what year that was.
Yeah, I don't know. You can normally tell by who the who
06.
sings the song.
Yeah.
Who did sing the song?
In Casino Royale, I'm not sure. Because I feel like that was before...
It's too long ago to be Adele.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll have to find that out before the end of the break. But I want to talk about Judy Dench, who, of course, is probably most famous nowadays as playing M from the James Bond franchises with Daniel Craig. But she's sat down and had an interview. If you've ever got 5 minutes to spare, just Google Judy Dench interview and you're going to get a laugh because she's a saucy creature. She's got a great sense of humour and she has a parrot. Now, this is odd because we never talk about birds and we've talked about birds twice in the show so far, which is odd.
Frankly, let's not do it again. Let's make this the last day of talking about birds. Marco, our video producer, who is an avid bird watcher and loves birds, is going to be hating us right now. But I think people that have a pet bird need to be assessed. I think it's a red flag, I think it's an ick, and I think it's weird.
What about the big ones like macaws and parrots?
Oh, like...
And they talk too. I don't mind the ones that talk and that are big.
Nah, crook.
And like cockatoos,
No.
you know, they speak. That's amazing. What other pet speaks?
Find a friend.
Yeah, look, that's a good point. That is a good point. Anyway, Judy Dench has a pet parrot, which I think is already quite delightful. The parrot is called Sweetie, and it talks as well.
Okay.
Isn't it a miracle that birds learn to talk? Do you know how they learn to talk?
No, I don't.
They listen. They listen to stuff around them. So they can mimic the words and the people that they live with, but a lot of them pick up their language from the television.
Okay. This is the thing though, Swanee, right? They mimic what we're saying, but they can't actually have a conversation or understand what we're saying. So that in itself is like, do these bird owners realise that? They're not having a chat with you, mate. They're just repeating what they've heard.
Jack, I think people that own birds understand that they're not conversing with said bird.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Really? Well, yeah. Mark, I win. Anyway, she sat down, had an interview, and she revealed that her bird, her parrot, Sweetie, calls her a derogatory name that rhymes with rut.
Okay.
And also, she calls her a slag. The parrot calls Dame Judy Dench a slag, and Judy loves it.
I mean, the parrot's obviously seen who's coming in and out of her house to be coming to those conclusions.
The parrot also says Boris Johnson, and she said, but they didn't learn that from me. But it reminds me of a story that I know I have said before, but it's so delightful that if there's one person that hasn't heard it, then it's going to be worth retelling.
I already forget it.
Oh, great. I love that. My friend was living at home when he was, a teenager, and both of his parents were like surgeons. So, very well off, and they lived in a beautiful part of Sydney. I can't remember where it was, but it was bushy, right?
Okay.
And, very well to do, lots of academia around them, all that sort of stuff. They had an outdoor dining area, as is, a Sydney-sider's want.
Yeah.
They were out there having dinner one night, just the family, and a beautiful bird flew in, a big one. I don't know the exact breed.
Right.
Might have been a cockatoo, but, a big meaty body bird,
And did they get the bow and arrow out?
No, they were delighted. They were delighted. And the bird was doing that thing that it does, jumping up and down.
Shitting everywhere.
Yes, all that. And they were delighted. About a week later, the parents were hosting a very fancy dinner party. And other surgeons, and I think there might have been university lecturers there. The hoi polloi of Sydney town were dining. It was... Not only was it catered, I remember it had staff. This is how well off these people were.
Heaven.
I know, right up your alley.
Yeah.
Anyway, everybody's sitting down and the bird flies in. And the mother says, oh my goodness, the bird that I was just telling you about, Helene, yesterday. This is it. Who's a pretty boy? Who's a pretty boy then? Anyway, the bird stands on the veranda. The door is open. The dining room is now inside. Stands on the veranda and screams the worst obscenities straight at this woman's face for about 8 minutes.
Amazing.
One after the other. Now, I want a bird like that.
And I hope that bird learnt those words from that lady.
No, there was a rougher suburb quite close. He'd flown in.
From the Druitt.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Pitbull. Remember that we spoke a couple of weeks ago about Pitbull and John Bon Jovi releasing a mix?
Has that song been released yet?
It has. It's gone straight to the bottom of the bin at bloody Sanity. You're listening to the Chrissy Swan Show.
Sanity.
On Nova, I've got 500 big ones to give away.
What's my name? Who is it? Chrissy Swans. Who am I?
Just Googling Pitbull and John Bon Jovi, and weirdly, Google just told me that's the first time anyone's ever Googled that. Hello, Mel.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
So good to speak with you.
It's
I
so
love
good.
listening to your show, guys. Hi, Jack.
Hey, Mel, how are you, mate?
Oh, so good, thank you.
Oh, you're so delightful, Mel, and we love that you love listening to the show. It's just the three of us, we do this whole thing just for you, Mel.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I've got $500 with your name on it. I really want to give it
Oh,
to
my
you.
gosh.
Jack doesn't. What an
No, I do. I just like a bit of fun and a bit of a game, Mel. If Chrissy had her way, she'd go, that's J-Lo and Pitbull. Here's $500 cash, Mel. Catch ya.
Is it J-Lo?
No, it's not.
It is not. All right. You ready? I've got 5 clues here, Mel. Is
Yep,
it Melanie
yep.
or Melinda?
Melinda.
Melinda. I knew it was. I've got 5 clues here about a particular celebrity, and I've also got $500 cash. Said that 7 times. But for each incorrect guess you make, Jack will laugh when he
Jack.
takes away $100. Clue number 1. Look, there's a, time limit on it, but whatever. Clue number 1. I'm a singer that Okay, Jack, don't look at me like that.
Swanee, I don't, pretend you're on TV reading an auto cue. Read the clue. Clue 1, just read it. And then we'll discuss after if she gets it right or wrong.
I'm a small blonde singer that's really popped off this year.
Small blonde. Sabrina Carpenter.
That's $500.
Oh my God, I love listening to Sabrina. She's always played on night.
Mel?
It's fantastic.
Mel?
Oh my gosh.
Do you know this song? It's off the album. It was just released on Friday, and basically Jack and I Can Die Happy because it is the best song on the album.
Yeah.
Oh, her songs are all amazing. Oh,
They
she's
are.
so cool.
You are also amazing, Mel, and I've really enjoyed it.
Amazing Monday, Mel. There is $500 cash on the way to your bank account.
The Chrissy Swan Show. This is the Chrissy Swan Show on Nova.
Oh, hey, we have got another hour with you, and we're thrilled to be here. I tell you who would not be thrilled. Poor old Apple Martin, Gwyneth and Chris Martin's daughter. But if you're listening, Apple, don't read the headlines.
Why, what's happened?
She's made her debut, which, by the way, is an antiquated and stupid ceremony.
Is that the high school Deb?
Yes.
Yeah, that does feel very...
I didn't make mine. No, thank you.
Why? Where were you?
Probably at home watching Melrose Place. I'm not going to get gussied up in a white dress as if I was a bride. I'm never going to be a bride, never wanted to be. And I'm certainly not being a fake bride at the age of 17. Get out of it. Anyway, Apple has made her debut and is copping some flack because she's sort of sashayed out from around the corner. She's obviously feeling great. And why wouldn't you when you were in brand new seasons Valentino 2025
Right.
collection, yeah.
With your mum, Gwyneth, being there and your dad, Chris Martin, also being there. What a flex.
Yeah. Well, there was a little photo shoot stand and, someone was getting theirs and she sort of sashayed around with great charm and personality and she's being pillory. But some people are just like that and you've got to have the show-offs in life.
Right.
And the shy people and everybody. Don't be mean to her.
Leave Apple alone.
Leave Apple alone.
And leave Brittany alone. Hey, it's Brittany's birthday today.
Is it?
Happy birthday, Brit. We're going to be...
Happy? Is that the adjective you'd use?
Yeah. I mean, she's having a good time.
You're so right.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, let's do this.
Frank Green's new holiday collection has just arrived. This week only, get free standard shipping on all orders over $50. Order now. frankgreen.com.au.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
Was that just free shipping on all orders over $50?
That's what I heard, Chrissy Swan.
Excuse me, you're going to have to run this entire competition. Straight online.
You
Hello,
have
Cass.
enough Frank Green stuff.
I do. I really do.
I know. You give me some of your lids and stuff because you've got enough.
And, oh, my God, if I get another request from Peg, this time I want a palm tree on it.
No, mate.
No. Hello, Cass. Cassie. There you are. Hi.
Hi.
Frank Green, the draw. It's all about the draw. It's all about that perfect delivery of so much water you barely know what to do with it. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, good luck. I hope you win this prize. Or do I, Adele?
Hey, it's me, Adele.
Hello. Hi.
Hey, did you suddenly realise that your name was cool as soon as Adele became famous?
Yeah, everyone. When I used to say my name, people would be like, "What, a girl?" But now they get it straight away. So, I'm thankful to her. I still don't like it though.
Thank you, Adele, for
me, Adele.
having a name. It's me, Adele. All right, ladies, your names are your buzzers. It's the best of 5.
You're all good over there, mate?
Yeah, lost my mind.
It's because I'm not in the same studio with you.
I know, I miss you.
No one's there to pull you into line.
That's very true. Meaning the first person to get 3 outs correct wins the game and is going to walk away with the bum bag, fine. But yes, a Frank Green holiday gift pack. Question number 1. Which Canadian rapper announced on Friday that he's heading down under?
Adele.
Yes, Adele.
Drake.
Yeah.
Hey, Adele, when you buzz in with your name, you need to say it in Adele's accent, please.
Oh, okay, no pressure.
Go, give it a try.
Adele. No.
Try and I love it. No, end it with a W. Adele.
Adele.
Yes, that's it, sister.
Okay,
Question
let's
number
do
2.
it.
We're not playing faves, by the way, Cass. When you when you buzz in, you have to do it as Mama Cass from the Mamas and the Papas.
Mama Cass.
Who?
Done.
Question number 2. What war was ended by the signing of the Treaty of Versailles?
Have a stab in the dark.
Not history buff.
Mama Cass.
Yes, Mama Cass.
Let's just say World War II.
Oh, so close, World War One. Question number 3. Britney Spears is celebrating her 43rd birthday today. Can you name this song of hers?
Adele.
Adele.
June.
Circus.
It is a good tune. Hey, did you hear what I think she should do? She should put those like Enyo things or like pads on her feet, and then she'd be cleaning that big travertine foyer that she swings around in.
She's swinging around all right.
Question number 4. Who is Luke Skywalker's father?
Mama Cass.
Yes, Mama Cass.
Darth Vader.
She's
Yes.
on the scoreboard. 2 points to Adele, 1 to Cass. Question number 5 is for the win, Adele.
What fish is used to make calamari?
Mama Cass. Adele.
Yes, Mama Cass.
Squid.
Yes. I'm sorry, Jack. I was just thinking a bit of Mamas and the Papas. Question number 6. Karratha is a city in the Pilbara region of which Australian state?
Mama Cass.
Yes, Mama Cass.
Oh, it's in Cooper Petey's in...
No,
what
Karratha.
state?
I
Northern
said
Territory?
Karratha. Karratha, I said.
Oh,
Karratha.
Is that Northern Territory?
No.
Adele, do you want to steal it?
Perth?
But what state's that in, babe?
Melbourne?
What just happened, Adele?
I'm so sorry. I
my God.
really buckle under pressure. I knew this was going to be bad.
Oh, my God. I love this so much.
Karratha, for everyone listening, is in beautiful Western Australia.
It's in WA and
WA.
also Perth is in WA.
Not Melbourne.
Not
Question
Melbourne.
number 7. This is for the win, ladies, for either of you.
What is a common side effect after consuming the vegetable asparagus?
Mama Cass?
Yes, Mama Cass.
Stinky Pea?
Stinky wee wee. Good on you, Cass.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Mama
That's
Cass,
hilarious.
avoid ham sandwiches, okay?
Wait, why?
Google it.
Why?
Oh, don't, Swanee. I hope it's not what I think it is.
Just Google it.
That's a lot for a Monday afternoon.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We're going to settle this once and for all, Jack. You know, air conditioning is a big cause of friction in relationships and friendships.
It is.
That is a fact.
Especially when you're confined to a studio with your friend for 2 hours every day.
That's right. It's always too cold or too hot. And the weird thing is, you and I always realise the same thing about the temperature at the same time. Like, we'll look up and look at each other and you'll have a fine mist of sweat. and I'm like, oh, good. It's not just me. It is too hot in here. Something happened on Friday and we have vowed to sort this out with our beautiful Chrissy Swan Show listeners. We're in the studio, you and I. All of a sudden, it feels hot, muggy, sticky. You look up, mist, aforementioned mist on forehead.
I'm an oily boy at the best of times, so then the minute it gets a little bit warm.
We lock eyes.
Yeah.
In that exchange, he's like, it is hot in here,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right? We don't even have to say it. We know. Then you say to Tom, your slave, apparently.
No, it's because Tom was standing at the door because I'd asked him to get me a Coke Zizz. And I said to Tom, before you catch my Zizz, can you please turn down the aircon? Because
And
it is
I
hot in here.
Yes. And I went, sorry, when it's hot, you turn up the aircon. You don't turn it down.
But on the dial in the studio, for example, I think it's generally set at 21 degrees.
Yeah.
I need Tom to turn that down because then it goes to a lower temperature. As such, the studio then goes to that lower temperature. So I'm turning down the air conditioner.
But when something isn't doing what it needs to do, music, whatever, you turn it up. Turn it up. Turn up the aircon.
I get what you're saying, but I think for this specific thing, when it comes to temperature in a studio or like in life, you just say, "Hey, turn down the aircon." Like if you needed the heat up.
That doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, but like if I was freezing in here, I would say, "Oh my God, can you turn up the aircon?" Or can you? I wouldn't say, "Can you turn down the aircon?"
No, but you just said it my way. Because if you were freezing in there, you'd say turn up the aircon because we'd need to turn the temperature up. I've got you.
Oh no, sorry, no, that's wrong. No. I'd say turn it down. It's too cold. Turn it down.
Yeah, right.
Do you know what I mean? It's too much. I want less of it. Down.
13 24 10. Please get on the line and weigh in on how you would say it. Would you say it how Chrissy says it? Turn up the aircon?
If it's hot in here, do you turn it up or do you turn it down?
I would say turn it down. You get a NutriBullet flip just for chatting to us.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
You and I are fighting at the moment. We're fighting. Might need to go see a therapist.
Can you imagine you and I in therapy? I mean, that is a segment I would listen to.
We would just get carried away talking about something as we'd look over and the therapist would have that emoji face, just like wide-eyed.
Legit. And halfway through, we'd probably look at each other and decide we don't like the therapist.
Yeah. Can you please step out?
Yeah. Hey, Sally, we'll come back.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we are talking about air conditioning because, we tackle all the big topics. And the other day it was hot in here and you had your mist and you said, "Oh, my God, it's so hot. I've got to turn the aircon
down."
And I went, if it's hot, why are you turning it down?
Because the temperature of the studio is clearly too warm, so I need that temperature to be turned down to 20.
Yeah, see, I would say, "Oh my God, it is so hot in here. Can you turn it up?"
13 24 10. We want to know who is right and who is wrong in this situation.
Daniel, hello.
Hello.
What do you say? If it's freezing cold, do you turn it down or do you turn it up?
Okay, if it's freezing cold, you turn the aircon up. If it's boiling hot, you turn it down.
Yeah, so
But down means... Anyway. I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not gonna fight with you.
gave up halfway through that. So Daniel, you're on my side, man.
Yeah. So if you look at your car, say the car's the same as a house aircon. You have a red to your right and a blue to your left. Blue means cold, red means hot. So you turn it down or up.
Yeah. I like where you're going with that, Daniel.
I like that. Yeah, I do like that. I'm not going to change my mind, but I like it.
A NutriBullet flip is on its way to you, Daniel. Let's go to Eliza.
Ooh, yes. Hello, Eliza.
Hey guys, I'm with you, Chrissy.
It might
If
be
it's boiling hot,
male or female thing, I reckon, maybe.
maybe. If it's boiling hot, we need to turn the aircon up.
But the temperature's then going up.
No,
maybe
the
it's just girl
temperature
math.
isn't.
I'm not really sure.
It feels like
Girl math.
I know what you mean. I can't quite work it out, but it feels like if you need more of something, that's generally up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
A NutriBullet flip for you, Eliza.
Hello, Chloe.
Hello, Chloe's indicator.
Well, I can hear the indicator.
yes.
Ah, there you are. That sounds like an old school grandfather clock, like...
It does. It's quite satisfying, the noise.
I love it.
I like it.
So what do you do? If it's freezing cold, Chloe, what are you going to say? Turn the
Yeah,
aircon...
if it's freezing cold, I say turn the aircon down. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it's a male v female thing.
I got confused before when they asked me. I'm like, no. I'm with Chrissy. It's definitely,
I know.
if it's hot, I say turn it up.
Yeah, just ouch, it's freezing. Stop it.
Yeah, you need
Less. Yes.
Chloe, a NutriBullet flip for you. NutriBullet, the #1 personal blender brand in the world. Now, let's finish with Craig Swanee because I think he may have a great sort of analysis of this scenario.
Whole segment reminds me of a radio station that's probably now non-existent. They used to do a segment called Women Are From Venus. No, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. Or something like that. No, Battle of the Sexes.
I think a lot of shows still do that.
Well, that is terrible. Hello, Craig.
Hey, how you going?
Good. You are going to sort this out.
I had a debate with my friends about this years ago where they kept saying the same thing that you guys are talking about. So I always reference now, turn the temperature up or down and turn the fan up or down. I have to reference which one I'm actually specifically wanting.
I love that, because if Jack had said, I need to turn the temperature down.
Yes, and you would have said, I need the fan stronger, I need it to be more powerful.
Yes.
So you're differentiating between the two.
I like this, Craig. I like it.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm very confused and I don't even know who I am anymore after this conversation.
Okay, well, let's just take a breather and do some soul searching and self-discovery.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Hey, let's go clicking before we head out.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Robert Irwin, I mean, I'm falling deeper and deeper in love with this man.
So am I after I saw that Stella shoot on the weekend.
Oh, my God, we need to talk about it. He was on the cover of Stella magazine. Do you remember he did another cover shoot a few years ago? Was it for Stella?
Oh, I can't remember. Which one?
I think it was. And he was gorgeous in that too. And it was like, oh, wow, Robert Irwin comes of age. You know, we definitely spoke about it. You've had too many big Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday nights that you can't remember.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday too.
Do you remember the first one? It was a few. I think we were definitely on this show, so it was within the last 2 years. He looked incredible anyway.
Okay.
And it was right when my daughter was in the full swing crush, and we were both blushing at the cover. Well, he's outdone himself. He is a man. He is a man now, and I remember when he was, quite literally, I remember when he was born, because I was living on the Sunshine Coast just down the road from Beerwah when he was born.
Of course, because it was 2003, the year you, let's say, won Big Brother and got your first job in radio.
Yeah, exactly. And
then look at him now.
He's looking like his mum.
Do you know who he looks like? Austin Butler in this Stella shoot. There's a shot of him in a black leather jacket, like leaning back, and it's giving like kind of biker Austin Butler vibes.
He just looks lovely and goodness shines out of him.
He's a good dude.
I do want to play. When you see that cover, does this song come into your head? He looks like bloody Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing.
Yeah, he does.
Exactly.
I mean, that
is
a compliment. That is one of the biggest compliments.
Patrick Swayze in Dirty Dancing. Oh, my God.
Also, what Robert Irwin, that means he's only 21.
No, it says here 20.
Far, I thought...
I know.
We had him in studio the other week with Julia Morris. I thought he was like 25.
No, he's only a child. He's basically a teenager. He's going to go far. There's also been a really beautiful moment that's been shared with us, obviously, via the news services. I'm not sure whether it was too private to share. But anyway, he went to the unveiling of his own waxwork at Madame Tussauds, which generally are terrifying, by the way.
Scary.
He walked past the wax figure of his dad, the late, great Steve Irwin.
Ooh.
And he got really emotional. And
it's a lot to take in. Surprisingly emotional. Well, it's the first time in a long time that he's not just a picture.
And you understand that because imagine, has anybody you love or has meant anything to you? Have you loved anyone or had anyone mean anything to you? No, have they passed away? Anyone close to you?
I lost a friend when I was a teenager working at General Pants, yeah.
Okay, so imagine if you were out and about and you saw an incredibly lifelike figure of that person.
It'd be quite triggering. Yeah.
Yes, and I just only realised that. You can hear the emotion in his voice.
I know.
Seeing your dad that has been dead for so long. Anyway, I just thought that was very very interesting. Very, very, very moving. Now let's finish the show with yet another comment about the amazing holding space for the lyrics of Defying Gravity that really tickled us last week and is going to tickle me for the rest of my life. The interviewer who starred in this viral moment has posted a picture of a guy, holding her fingernail, which is exactly what Ariana Grande was doing to, I always forget her name. And
Cynthia.
She would crucify me if she knew.
Cynthia Erivo would not like you.
No, she wouldn't. Holding Cynthia's nail. They're recreating that pose, the journo and her friend. And Ariana Grande has weighed in and said, "Oh my goodness, our queen, holding space with you always."
Oh no.
Yeah.
We don't need any more of that.
I feel like she's got a good sense of humour about it. Which Ariana?
She would have to, because the whole press trailer tour has been ridiculous. Also, speaking of that, Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next, and I did see Black has shared on his Instagram today some news about how well Moana 2 did at the box office in comparison to Wicked.
Is it better? Going better?
I think so, Swanee. You'll have to listen to Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel next. That's us done. I'll see you back in the studio tomorrow, Swanee.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.